My name is Mr. K. Sudharan from JKNS Education. This video is on recrystallization and focus on 6 marker. Question from AQA paper 3. So recrystallization, practical technique, question from AQA. And this is a 1,2-hydroxybenzoic acid given to you. It's an esterification reaction with methanol. Question number 1. So your 2-hydroxybenzoic acid react with methanol. It's an equilibrium reaction with the acid catalyst. The product is going to be an ester, COOCH3 plus water is the byproduct. But really important, this question is asked, do an organic product skeletal formula. The skeletal formula of the organic product, skeletal formula. So you need to turn this into a skeletal formula. The way to do the skeletal formula, you don't show any carbon or hydrogen. So double bond O, that is your skeletal formula. Equation is 1 mark and skeletal formula is your 2nd mark. Moving on. The method given to you about 8 steps, how to prepare aspirin. The actual method based on this information used, ethanoic anhydride. When you use ethanoic anhydride, your byproduct is an ethanoic acid. So your byproduct is ethanoic acid, which is, that's your ethanoic acid. So byproduct is ethanoic acid, which is a weak acid. That's the method being given to you. But if you can use ethanol chloride, that also give you the same ester or aspirin, but the byproduct is going to be hydrochloric acid, which is a strong acid, which is corrosive. So answer to question 1.2, they ask you what the issue with ethanol chloride. So ethanol chloride produced hydrochloric acid is more corrosive, whereas ethanoic anhydride, less corrosive byproduct when you make aspirin. And there's another answer also they given to you is vulnerable to hydrolysis. So what does exactly hydrolysis mean? Your ethanol chloride react with water, produce ethanoic acid and hydrochloric acid. So which is not reliable during the reaction, etc. Okay, moving on to the question number 1.3. The type of reaction is nucleophilic addition elimination. And the next one is, what's the role of phosphoric acid? It's a catalyst. And they ask you a question, why the flask heated at 85 degrees C? 85 degrees C, all your reactants, boiling points are more than 85 degrees C. Therefore, it won't boil off. So you keep all your reactant and product within the reaction mixture. 1.6, the incomplete label diagram given to you for you to complete for a vacuum filtration using Buckner funnel. Therefore, the Buckner funnel is that is your Buckner funnel, and you put a filter paper in it and use a bunk. So bunk goes in here and then you fit everything. So this is the final answer. So you simply draw a bunk and then your Buckner funnel goes like this. Okay. And you mention the filter paper for your answer. Okay. So next. Suggest the identity of 2 impurities. So when you do a reaction with ethanoic acid, ethanoic anhydride and 2-hydroxybenzoic acid, right? Some unreacted 2-hydroxybenzoic acid and ethanoic anhydrates are impurity. So your unreacted, these 2 are impurity, plus any byproduct is for your ethanoic acid. That's also impurity. And you use a phosphoric acid as a catalyst. We don't burn them in the reaction with the product. That's also an impurity. Moving on. 1.8. This is a 6-marker question. We're going to spend more time on it. So really important, this schematic diagram enable you to understand what exact recrystallization is all about. You are starting with number 1, marking sim answer is dissolved crude product in a hot solvent. So the hot solvent 50-50 ethanol water mix, it must be hot solvent, not cold solvent. So dissolve in a hot solvent, marking point 1. And second point is minimum solvent to maintain the saturation point. So first point and second point. And the third point, hot filtration. So your first point, second point, third point is hot filtration to remove any insoluble impurities. It's going to stay in your funnel, and all the filtrate contained your aspirin goes into the beaker. And hot filtration done to remove any insoluble impurities. And you leave it to cool, the crystallization begin. So leave to cool your fourth and recrystallization phase. So now your fifth point is your vacuum filtration. Vacuum filtration, again, you can use the same vacuum pump and same Buckner funnel, but it's a new filter paper and everything. So that's your new crystals 4. That's your crystals 4. And once you've done it, you wash your crystals with some cold solvent to remove any layers of impurity and air dry. So you keep running after the solvent run through the filter paper. The solid is your pure crystals remain in your Buckner funnel, but you air dry. You keep running the vacuum pump to make sure some air goes through, so it's become air dry. Or you can use an oven to remove any solvent.